roll it.
Welcome, everyone. Come one, come all, etc., etc. Yep, that's my carnival barker. Do you like it?
Amazing.
I love it.
All right. Thanks.
I think you should spend the rest of the night speaking like that.
I will. Here we go.
But only
Okay,
when
so
contextually appropriate. Oddly enough, tonight we end up at a carnival.
that's what happens. All right, so we need the rhythm bot to start playing music, and I need to go find the music and press play. There, spooky music. All right, let's jump right into it. Everybody got on roll 20. Who wants to give the recap? Free experience point. Anybody want to give a recap? It's been a month. I understand. Doesn't need to be detailed.
I'll do it.
Okay.
It will be detailed.
Well, go. You can feel free to leave out like 25% of the details if you feel like it's getting excessive, but go ahead.
Okay, all right. So it was session 21. We all entered Schmied's Hallow, and immediately doors shut and gears started turning and stuff, and we were trapped. And there was a timer that started counting down from 60 seconds. And we learned that the lever, every time we flip the lever, the timer goes back up to 60 seconds. We tried all kinds of nonsense to stop the mechanism, including Yoder plugging the holes with lots of plants, but we realized it would take forever to actually plug all the holes. And meanwhile, the Merovingian had an idea that nothing would happen when the timer ran out, and totally fucked up a pop culture reference, trying to convince the others that was the case, because that's what he does. He's not good at that kind of thing.
What was the pop culture reference? Oh, the Star
Lost.
Wars. No, he's Lost. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that now. That was funny.
Yeah. Anyway, turns out he was really wrong, but he was also right, because the timer expired, the door and the portal opened, and then everyone in the group had the impression of being laughed at.
Yeah.
We walked through the door on the far end of the, I guess, entrance chamber, and found a room that was basically a high school gymnasium. As the group entered the gymnasium, the spotlight turned on a floating set of armor and a sword. And the armor seemed to be floating there, like something invisible was wearing it. The Merovingian just kind of walked right up to it and confirmed that Schmied was dead, and asked the armor's purpose, which apparently was a bad idea because the armor attacked. The armor almost killed Honey Badger. The Merovingian failed to dispel the spell that was animating the armor, but managed to determine that it was spirit magic. Yoder shot the armor with the crossbow a bunch, healed Honey Badger a little, and then Ender used mind magic to trick the spirit into thinking that Ender was Schmied, and then the spirit just kind of fucked off out of there. The spirit that was wearing the armor just kind of left. We found that there were 3 exits from the gymnasium. One was the way we came in, one was an ornate door across the room, and the third was a metal door with a big, bold, large letter sign that said "Do not enter." It seemed like a warning. The group headed to the ornate door first, found their way through the trap or trick that the door was by knocking, and the door opened and a ghost let them in. There was a bunch of loot in there. We took it. There was one really weird fucking thing in a bag that when Honey Badger took it out of the bag, everyone forgot who he was. So he put it back in the bag. That seems like it'll be useful in the future. So he got a bunch of loot. Then Honey Badger went and checked out the do not enter door, saw nothing of interest, and tried to leave. But then Yoder asked Stu about what was in that room, because for some reason we don't trust Honey Badger and his, decision-making ability.
Yeah.
And Stu said there was just that dude in the jar. Yoder and the Merovingian found that interesting, so they went and looked at it. Or they went to go look in the room, but Ender and Honey Badger went to the other end, went kind of and hung out by the exit like a bunch of chickens. Yoder and the Merovingian... we'll see. Yoder and the
My
Merovingian
students.
found an urn with a living humanoid thing in it. Looking at it, there was a twinge of recognition, and there was some kind of seal on it with a female likeness that the Merovingians' encyclopedic knowledge recognized as the Indian goddess Kali, who is the goddess of time, creation, destruction, power, all good kinds of things.
Just a whole bunch of stuff.
So Yoder and the Merovingian opened the jar because, what else are you going to do in that situation? And after a roll, Yoder found his conscience inside the body in the jar, and he could see his body going berserk and reeling back with the crossbacks to swing at a seemingly unaware the Merovingian.
A seemingly, actually unaware
Right.
Merovingian. Yes.
What will happen this week?
What will happen this week?
Dun dun
so,
dun.
quick question for Timmy. Are you maintaining your spell that's fooling senses and making things think you are Schmied?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't think about turning it off, so. Yes.
So we haven't really ever gotten into this, and I don't know if now is the time. We probably won't need to get into this, but and there's no room for it on your character sheets anyway. But in Mage, really, you're only supposed to be able to maintain so many spells at a time before it starts affecting your spell casting. So, like, if you've got a Gnosis of X, then you can maintain Y number of spells. And then if you try to cast another spell while you're maintaining that many spells, you get, -1 die. Basically that's how it works.
Okay.
But you've got 4 Gnosis, and you've got probably, Mage Sight, Mage Armor, and...
Is that not the
yeah,
active
so
spells section at the bottom of our character sheet, or did I add that?
I think you must have added that.
I think
It's
you
not.
did,
It's
yeah.
not in the. It's on the normal Mage character sheet, yeah, but it's not on the ones I made for you guys.
Oh, I see.
That's a detail I wasn't terribly interested in, but I will bring it up now just so that you guys are aware that maybe it might come back to bite you if you start stacking up 5, 6, 7, 8 spells.
For the record, I like Smoothie Cold's description better than the Merovingians.
Noted.
Not justify what?
Well, when last we left, they had just released an incredibly suspicious jar baby that was sitting on an altar to a goddess of death while they were stealing from an old man they'd never met that just died. Our heroes.
Yeah.
They've also seemingly abandoned their friends and families to be mages.
Yeah. If that might be worth an XP as a recap. It doesn't need to be all the details in the world, but I do like details. So good job, Liuv. +1 XP bonus for Mr. the Merovingian.
Yay!
And now you're gonna die. So, does anybody have any questions about where we're at before we proceed?
I feel like we'll just let it all play out.
Well, okay, I do have 2. One that I was asking you before about
Okay.
is it my conscience or am I actually switched with the person over there? I would like that. I don't know if it really matters, but
Well,
I'd
that
like to know.
on the spot here, I don't know that you're necessarily going to be able to. Let me draw
Tell.
something real quick. Yeah. So here's where that's the gymnasium, we'll say, and I believe you came in through like a right angle hallway from the entry room, which was much smaller. And then across from the entryway was the little closet where you found all your loot, and then over here was the side pass, the side room, the do not enter room. So just a very, very quick map to establish where everyone is right now.
So the bleachers must be on the other wall then.
Yeah, it's a small gym. There's only one set of bleachers.
Okay.
So we've got, obviously we've got Albacore, we've got Yoder, and then we've got some freaky unknown asshole over here. And then I believe you guys were on your way out, right? So Timmy and Sammy are just on their way out.
Yeah.
Does that look about right? Is anyone going to complain about your placement?
No.
Nope.
But like
Yep.
I said, when I because I'm looking at this, and do I see me or do I see somebody else? Because you said I see somebody that I don't recognize,
You are
In my clothing.
you are disoriented.
so I'm just not quite sure what's happening.
You've just woken up here. It's literally you've just woken up, and it's that times 100. So you're it's going to take you at least like a round or two here just to undiscombobulate yourself.
Oh, good.
Okay, so
So-
there is no way I could do anything to help prevent the
Well-
Merovingian from getting smacked.
What this means is I'm not just going to say you lose your turn, but it's going to be a huge dice penalty on anything you try to do right now. So
Okay.
you and whatever that purple X is have got a surprise round here before we roll initiative.
Okay.
So what is it you're trying to do?
Well, what I think. I have two ideas. I guess I don't know what you're going to let me do. First is to trigger the lizard brain in the Merovingian that he's very afraid and needs to duck. Like have this strong fear in him that he needs to he would just react by, turning around, ducking something.
Just falling to the floor.
Correct. Just in complete fear. Is what I would do as casting a spell. Otherwise, I would have Stu try to do something.
All right. So first
Or
things
my
first.
options.
Let me have you make a roll first to see if you can even make a real roll here. Let's see if you can keep your wits about you. Why don't you roll wits plus composure? No, wits plus. Just roll wits.
Okay.
Oh, what
Whoa.
the fuck?
What?
I think I kept them.
3 times.
And you kept your wits about you.
You got some extra wits too.
So you are yeah. So gain 1 wits and no. Oh, speaking of your stats, by the way, I noticed on your character sheet, it looks like you have increased your strength to 5 because is it because you're wearing that cape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it does give you +2 strength while you're wearing it.
Okay, but now I'm not in.
But first of all, you're not wearing it at the moment.
Right.
And second, that's not really like a permanent stat increase. It's just while you're wearing the cape. So
Okay.
you can mark it there if you want to, but don't forget to take it back off when you remove the cape.
Right. And in such an instance right now, I'm not wearing the cape because I'm not in my body.
Right.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, I know it was associated with the cape. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so that was a pretty exceptional roll. So you have enough wherewithal at the moment through the fog of awakening for the first time that I'll let you make another roll here. And you're going to try and trigger Albacore's lizard brain to just fall prone on the floor.
Correct.
Okay, out of utter fear.
Yes.
What is that an actual spell?
Yeah, it's life 4. I mean, I don't have it as a rote, but it is an actual spell. Yeah.
Yeah, there's life 4. Oh, you've got life 4. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have let the
trigger-
bitch get hit in the head.
Trigger the lizard brain. So you've got what Drew
Cool.
would let you do. And this is going to be contested, actually. So
Right.
first, Albacore, would you please roll Resolve plus Gnosis?
Resolve plus Gnosis. Sure.
I think you want to roll badly on this.
Okay, I will try to do it poorly.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Nice job. Dick.
So
I tried to help. So whatever happens to you is your fault, not mine.
so
Hey, you
Yod-
opened the jar.
Yoder's,
No,
Yoder's
we
target.
opened the jar. I happen to get sucked into it.
All right. Yoder's target number here is 4 because it's a contested spell. And it's not necessarily a receptive mind here, surprise under duress spellcast. So why don't you roll me, since you don't have it as a rote, life plus Gnosis minus 3. Dang! Holy God! You almost made it. Almost made it. If
Should have willpowered.
yeah. It's I don't know if willpower would have applied here because again he's in rough shape right now. He's a baby who's casting a spell for the very first time here, doing anything for the very first time here, perceiving things for the very first time. He tried. It was a good idea. I should have let you do it, but I'm an asshole, and you don't get to do it. So here comes whatever this is, and it's rolling with your body and your stats.
At least it's not shooting it with the crossbow.
No, it's just it turns to albacore before either of you really can react, and it's amazing that you did get your feet under you, so to speak, here and cast a spell. It's amazing. But this thing's reaction time is just instant. It's not even thinking. It's a wild swing, like a feral beast. So, since it's a surprise, you don't get your defense, but you do get your armor. What is your armor right now, Albacore / the Merovingian?
What is my defense or my armor?
No, your armor.
Sorry.
You don't get your defense on this one.
I have prime armor up at level 4, and I have a flak jacket for 2. So is that 6? Or just go look here. 6. Yes, my armor is 6.
Okay. Here we go. I got 2 10s and a couple of 9s, so 2 more dice. All right, that is 5 lethal damage, my friend.
5
5. So it turns and it just a wild overhead swing. It doesn't make any noise at all. You'd think it might be mindlessly shrieking or something like that, but instead it is completely silent, like it hasn't figured out how to use vocal cords. Wild overhead swing, 5 lethal damage. It misses your head narrowly, but slices straight into your shoulder. And it's only your you said you're wearing what, a Kevlar vest or something?
Flak jacket.
Oh, flak jacket. Okay, it's only your flak jacket that prevents this from being aggravated damage. The axe portion of the crossbacks kind of glances off the armored shoulder and rakes down your back and side, causing 5 lethal damage. And
awesome.
Now we roll initiative. So
cool.
Everyone, for the moment, Honey Badger and Timmy aren't in the room. Honey Badger and Ender. So just Yoder and Merovingian, please roll initiative.
Okay.
13.
13, and Yoder got a 7.
7.
Merovingian 13, Yoder 7. And your initiative is a 6. Yoder, Shale?
Mine? Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Motherfucker.
You are going to die.
it's not looking good. What's the word I was using for this thing? I don't know, just thing. Yeah, I had a word, but now I can't remember it because I'm not looking at my notes.
Sensible.
So we're going to go through another round of combat here, and then Timmy and Sammy are going to get a chance to try and perceive that there is something going on.
Do they need to perceive it, or do they hear the awful thud of the thing hitting?
Well, they need to perceive
Sounds
the
like it was
awful
pretty
thud.
quiet.
They need to perceive the awful thud. So we'll see after this round of combat. So here comes the thing, the doppelganger, the homunculus.
Well, is it still just wildly swinging, or is it actually targeting him?
Well, actually,
Because you said he was just wildly swinging before, and after hitting him like that, you'd think he would have not been directly in the path of a wildly swinging axe anymore.
you would characterize it as a wild swing, and you would have characterized it as a mindless beast. But what it does now is it spins and looks at you. Its eyes, and now that you're seeing it very clearly, it's your face, and your eyes look like you've seen a ghost. That is what you would describe as a spooked expression
On the thing?
on the thing.
Okay.
If you were to describe your own face making a spooked expression, those are the words you'd use. Wow, that's a spooked expression that I'm making right now. And it raises your crossbacks to its shoulder, levels it at your head.
Oh, shit. Duck.
Isn't he in a jar?
No, I'm not in the jar.
Well,
Tell us
that's
who to give us
his
the
head
finger.
is up out of the jar. 1 crossbow spec 3. Okay.
Prairie dogging it right now.
So, what is it? So you don't. You're
What's going on out here, guys?
So you're not wearing any armor right now, obviously, but you are mostly concealed by that jar you're in. So it's aiming for your
Except for my
head.
head.
Yeah,
right,
it's aiming for your head, but that is a minus to a ranged attack. Let me find it.
Good God.
Where is it?
And Ender, if they both die, we're leaving.
Okay. Agreed.
Okay. Fuck. Where is the aimed? I think it's -3 to aim at a head, to aim
Daddy,
at
can you
somebody's
please
head.
help
But...
put the top on the bottom? Because
Oh,
I
it's right
have to
here.
go down.
Yes, head is -3. Okay.
I'm going back and just
1, 2, 3. Okay, enjoy.
He's got to put his top on the bottom.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Apparently, right now the bottom is on the top.
Oh, that was not a good roll, but not as terrible. Okay, it was two successes. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but 2 successes. It aims the crossbow at your face, pulls the trigger, and grazes your temple, further disorienting you, and you take 2 lethal wounds. And now it takes 3 rounds to reload. Just kidding.
It really should.
It's
a powerful weapon.
It's the Merovingians' turn.
So I'm gonna take like 5 steps out in the gymnasium.
Okay, you're just gonna
run like a
bolt.
bitch.
No, I'm taking 5 steps out into the gymnasium,
Okay.
and I'm yelling, "Hey fuckers, come help!"
Bleeding from a grievous wound.
Right.
Yeah.
There's lots of gold. The jar was full of loot.
Hold on, let me roll over it to see if I heard you.
All right, that's enough. They heard you. Now the question is how they respond. But first, it's
Is
yours.
that my
turn.
whole turn, or do I still get to do an action?
No, you can move and shout something and still take an action.
Okay.
Ow!
Then, shit, I'm gonna use my gold knife as a magical tool to cast Celestial Fire, which I believe I have by rote now, at the thing.
Okay.
Don't kill my body.
He
Or I
might
can't
want
tell if
that.
it's my body or not. I'm not even sure.
I don't know either, but we're both gonna die.
True enough.
Let's see.
yes.
Okay.
So it's the Bolt of Heaven rote, which gives me a dice pool of 11.
Oh.
I think. Yeah. Yeah, Celestial Fire. All right. Rolling.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
And I got 1. Fucking kidding me?
Okay. So let's mark that off. 1 bash. Was it bashing or lethal?
Good question. I don't recall. I will find out. Then I kind of want to head into the center of the gymnasium as far as my movement will let me get.
Okay. Yeah. So you see the Merovingian whirling his arms in an impressive fashion, something you'd associate with maybe 11 dice, and and then a tiny white spark flutters into the side room, and you see a small detonation, and you hear a grunt. Is it lethal or bashing? Lethal or bashing? I can look it up.
I didn't find it yet. I'm just trying to remember where the hell it is.
It's in Prime. It's
that's fine. I can't
Celestial Fire does
One
bashing.
bashing
Okay, bashing.
per success. It's okay, guys. I got it. 1 bashing at a time.
Something you note as you cast this spell is that the golden knife, for whatever reason, feels completely superfluous and perfunctory. as if there was no reason to have used it here. You've used the golden knife to cast other spells, and you felt it have a tangible effect while you were spellcasting, and it just feels different here.
Ooh, okay.
You're not sure if that's a problem with the knife, or something affecting the knife, or something about this place. You're not sure. Okay, so let's add Timmy and Sammy to the initiative order. Would you please roll initiative? Okay, 10.
Not
Drew?
my worst roll.
Oh, that's all right. 18. Okay. Leaping to the top of the initiative order, we have our resident Denny's lover, and we are at the top of the initiative order. What would you like to do with yourself, Honey Badger? So you just saw the Merovingian. Did you have a question?
I do. Yeah, you said we're at the top, but I thought I was in the middle.
No, it went. Oh, you're right. Actually, Yoder. Sorry, I skipped Shale. Yoder. I shuffled things around and forgot about Yoder.
I'm still in the thing.
You are still inside the
head.
jar. Yes. Yes. Except for your now bleeding head.
Cool. God, I wonder if it's is there a spirit in my body, or I want to know what this fucking thing is. I need to cast something to figure out what exactly is happening with that body out there.
Okay. Do you want to search the area for spirits, or do you want to search the area for life signs, or do you want to... I mean, those are kind of your two options as a spirit and life mage.
Well, spirits, yes. For right now, I want to decide if that's a spirit right there.
Okay. Roll it. Just spirit plus gnosis.
Okay.
One success, huh? You detect Stu. Stu's still here.
Okay.
And
that's it.
you detect a presence that might be the knight out in the gymnasium. But you don't get anything from the body.
Okay. So then I can't exercise anything out of it. Great. All right. Well,
You should tell Stu to start fingering.
That's what I was like. I'm gonna just tell Stu, you need to be here right now. You're here. He was here. I know he stayed.
Hey, boss.
Okay.
Yeah, this is you, huh? That
Yeah,
I thought
that's not me right now.
that was you, and then it wasn't
No,
you,
it's
and
not.
I kind of ran into the corner for a minute there because I wasn't sure what was going on, but I'm
Now
back.
I'm here. Okay, this is what I need to do. Well, I'm not. One of two things: get me the hell out of this thing, or do whatever you can to distract that. Whichever one you think you can do for sure.
I don't know how I can get you out of this thing, boss,
Okay,
but I'll sure try. What was the other thing you said?
Distract the thing that was me.
Well, that sounds easier.
Think
Can
of-
I do
okay.
that? Is that okay? I'm
Do
gonna do
whatever
that.
you need to do. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Good luck.
You're getting a
Thanks.
thing in your butt.
I won't feel it, so it's fine.
Not right now.
Well, right, yeah. I'll just make sure I tell Stu to take it out before
You'll feel it. You'll feel it in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, now we are back up to the top of the initiative order, and it's Honey Badger's turn. So, what you saw was the Merovingian come stumbling out of the side room, dripping blood all over the floor, and he shouted something angry at you, and then turned around and fired a pathetic little spark behind him. And then he continued stumbling toward the middle of the gymnasium.
Who's got the pistol?
The
We just
body,
picked
the
up.
other thing.
I believe the body has it right now, yes.
Yeah.
Because you guys gave it to Shale.
But I don't think it would do any good because it's not a spirit in the body.
You rolled a 1. Do we know that?
Thus
I say
far,
we shoot it.
well, you weren't able to detect a spirit in the body. You
Okay,
were able to
so
detect
does-
Stu. You were able to detect the knight.
Does Shale does Yoder head sticking out look like Yoder?
Are you there?
No. Shit.
So right now, you and I don't have any idea what's going on.
Yeah.
You know
do
what I
we-
told you. You saw the Merovingian come stumbling out and firing behind him and shouting.
And I still got one arm. This fucking sucks. Okay. Well, Andrew, you feel like being a hero?
Always.
You lying.
Ender's always up for being a hero.
Shit. All right. Well, I'm gonna run towards the Merovingian while assembling my glaive,
All right.
assuming I put it away.
All right.
So you move and you assemble, and that is your turn.
That is my turn.
You join the Merovingian in the middle of the gymnasium, or do you head toward the room?
I'm going towards him. I figure if I can get between him and whatever, that'll be good.
Okay.
Also, I would like to call him a fucking idiot for not listening to me.
Okay. That's your turn then. Now we're back to the thing. It seems
Smoothie
briefly.
has a good suggestion. He said, "Can we please take all the important shit away from one guy?"
Yeah, why is our best damage dealer also our healer, also stuck in a jar?
Also holding all the loot and also getting possessed by a demon or whatever happened
is
here.
good.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
I've
guys,
got
really
the
need to,
book.
you guys really need to step up your game. I'm just saying.
Okay,
I
so
saw a box of spiders.
the doppelganger seems briefly befuddled by your crossbacks. It tries to fire again and finds that it can't. Which you find ironic. And instead, it simply raises it above its head and comes tearing toward you.
Nice. Okay.
And it takes a swing at your still exposed head.
It closed that whole. Well, I suppose it was close to me, wasn't it?
Oh, it was pretty close, yeah.
You probably should have ducked.
Into the jar? I don't think I could.
So it's still wearing your leaf cape, so it's got 5 strength plus 2 weaponry plus
I am going
2
to die.
crossbow. And you're not wearing any armor. and you can't dodge it because you're in a jar, so you don't get any defense.
And right now, Stu sticks his finger in my butt. And
Oh, you know what? You can duck down.
okay.
You can duck
Well,
down.
then
So you
I'm
so
gonna
you, so you
fucking do that.
so you get your defense. What is your defense?
1.
Okay, so I'll take 1 die off.
Well, no, actually, it's 2 because I'm not wearing my flak jacket right now. When that was a
Yeah.
negative.
Hey, all right.
Good
So
catch.
minus 2 dice. Good catch. All right, so here we go. It comes running at you, still eerily silent, still wearing your face, still looking like it's seen a ghost. And it raises your crossbacks over its head, and 3 9s. 3 lethal wounds to your apparently immobile head.
I'm doing all right. Once we get me out of this, I'll be able to heal myself at least. Hopefully.
Yeah,
Don't let
great.
me die, fuckers.
And with that impact, your head is forced back into the jar, Foomp, and below
Okay.
the surface of the purple liquid.
Does he age backwards?
We'll see in a minute, because it's the Merovingian's turn.
Oh boy. So
Sorry.
I'm going to just quickly explain what happened.
Okay.
Don't worry about doing anything that would help me.
Say, fucking Yoder attacked me when we opened the jar. Because that's probably all I really understand. Or do I understand more?
No, that's it. Unless you take a moment to try and decipher what's going on, which you're under duress, you're stressed, you've taken a huge hit, you maybe don't have the presence of mind to do that. But that's what you know. You opened the jar, the human inside stuck its head up out, and its features. Why don't you give me wits plus composure?
All right. 1, 2, 3.
1 success.
Jesus.
Its features were very generic. He had one of those faces. Like, you look at him and you recognize both your kindergarten teacher and your next door neighbor. So it's just like generic human, L, stuck its head up out of this jar. And then while you were still absorbing that fact, you took an axe to the shoulder from Yoder standing next to you. So that's what you explain. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
I would. I'd really like to do something else. I don't know what it is yet. Shit. I'm just gonna throw another celestial fire at him
Okay.
because I don't know what the hell else to do.
Give her.
All right.
I don't think.
So
Oh, you know what?
I'm going
Did, this is a projectile. It's ranged combat. So you should be taking off for Shale's armor, for Yoder's armor, because he is wearing armor. But that's okay. We'll remember that next time.
Okay.
2 more bashing wounds. So, the Merovingian winds up with another glamorous and frankly overly sensual spell, and flings his arms forward, and this time 2 tiny sparks fly out and connect with. Now that room is fairly dark. It's dim in there. You can see the purple light from the jar, and you can see there's some motion in that room. And it illuminates slightly when the 2 little sparks hit something in there, and you see there's a scuffle going on. There's some bullshit happening in there. And now it's Ender's turn.
Oh shit. Okay. So I'm still by the door, the exit, right?
Yes.
And I've heard vaguely what's going on.
Yeah, you may have overheard the Merovingian explaining that he was attacked by Yoder.
Let's see. I want to. Can I run to, so I have view of the room and cast a spell?
You can move and then
that-
take an action to cast a spell. Yes.
I want to move to where they are and.
In the center of the
cast-
gymnasium or toward the room?
The center of the gymnasium should be fine.
Okay.
And I want to cast hallucination on Yoder. Or Yoder's body, rather.
Okie dokie. So this is mind something? Mind...
Mind 4.
Mind... Wow, okay. Mind 4.
And I want to hallucinate that basically there's nothing in there and that everyone else is outside the room. So the Yoder/spirit will need to exit the room in order to get to any of us.
Okay, so first I get to roll Shale's Resolve plus Gnosis. Because this is a contested roll. Let me find that. Shale's Resolve plus Shale's Gnosis. And then I'll give you a target
It's
number.
not going to be good.
Well, he's got a lot of Resolve and a lot of Gnosis. So this is a roll of 7 here.
You should let him roll. He's rolling really badly.
So your target number is 2.
2. All right, I'm going to willpower it. So that is 11.
3. All right. You have exceeded your target number. And you're trying... Sorry, what were you going to make it hallucinate?
That there's nobody left in the room it's in. That
It's alone in the room.
that it's alone in the room and we're all out. Sort of maybe in the other room that we looted all that crap from.
All right,
If I can be that specific on what it can see.
Let me make another roll real quick. All right, so you cast this spell. You and it feels like you're, it feels like you're throwing a hot dog down a hallway, for lack of a better aphorism.
Uh-oh.
So really good.
It feels like there's nothing
Didn't even
there.
touch the edges.
It feels like there's nothing there. you would normally feel your spell take effect and have an impact on the mind that you're targeting, and it's like a swing and a miss. It's like there's just nothing there.
So it's like he's casting a spell on Yoder.
Hoyo!
Do I have time to say anything, or am I done?
Yeah, no, you can say something.
I want to shout at the pile of armor and say, "Protect your master."
Oh, okay.
And it sounded like the spirit left, but maybe he'll come back if he thinks Schmied is in peril.
We'll see in a second. Drew, could you mute yourself while you're typing, please?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you shout, "Protect your master."
Yeah.
You can't see the spirit. All right.
Okay.
The spirit,
Right.
the spirit is not something you can see. That would be more like Yoder's arena. But what you do see is the armor beginning to twitch in the center of the room.
All right.
And now we move on to Yoder.
I have one quick question.
Okay.
Since I cast that I look like Schmied on the armor spirit, that doesn't then apply to this Yoder thing.
No, you were affecting the spirit's mind.
Okay, but I still have it up.
Yes.
In the spirit. Okay.
Yes. Yoder's turn. You are submerged in purple liquid inside a jar.
Perfect. What happened? I missed it or whatever. What happened with him tricking the body to think that we're all in the other room?
Well, it seems as though it's you have no idea what's going on, but
I am glad you missed that, since I did kind of dig at you on that bit.
it seems as though nothing happened.
Okay. What happened with Stu? Distracting.
Stu, we'll find out in a moment. It's your turn now, so Stu gets to take an action. Do you want to find out how that resolves before you do anything?
Well, not really. I should probably out of this thing. So is it like I'm just in the thing? Like there's no top I can climb out?
You can climb out.
Okay, I'm gonna climb out of this thing in the way opposite of my other body.
Okay. At this point, you're starting to get your wits about you. You know, it's been a couple of turns. You've had a chance to collect yourself, although you did just take an axe to the head.
True.
Okay,
so yeah, I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna climb out, which is just a movement, right? That's not gonna be my turn, or is that my turn?
So are you gonna dive out with both hands? Are you gonna go out head first? Are you gonna go out like He-Man style with one arm up and one arm down, or?
Probably both arms up first.
Okay.
Diving out the thing.
Okay. So it's got a narrow neck, and you're pretty slippery right now, but you might be able to. That might actually help. You might be greased. You can get yourself out. When you give me
deaf guy.
Why don't you roll me strength plus athletics?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
Perfect.
See, you always go He-Man style. With both your arms up, your shoulders are too wide.
Well, you didn't tell me it was a narrowed top until after I said both arms up.
Okay, you're right. I accept some responsibility for what's about to happen.
Nothing. That's what's going to happen, right?
Well, actually, your shoulders get wedged in the mouth of the jar, and your arms are sticking up into thin air. And your feeble efforts to kick yourself up out of the jar have only exposed your arms.
You don't need your arms.
You don't need your arms. So now, what does Stu do? Stu. Well,
I guess that was me trying to get out was my move.
That was an action. That was an action.
Okay, so. Well, then okay, never mind. If I'd known that, I probably would have done something else.
So you can't see what Stu does because your head is inside the mouth of the jar, and you're a little bit confined at the moment. But you hear a brief scuffle. And what everyone else sees is, what did we call it? The Peacemaker, the spirit exorcism gun, lifts up off of the body, the thing's belt, and starts to float away.
Go stew.
Go stew. And we are up to Honey Badger.
Okay, so can you update the map with
If
where
you'd
I'm
like.
at? I
Sure.
would like.
It's not wasn't really intended for this, but
Sorry, it's fine. I mean, I'm assuming I can. Okay, so
this
the
was just to
Merovingian-
establish your initial positions. I'd really rather not start fucking around with it right now.
Don't worry about it. That's fine. Okay, so I got to the Merovingian. He explained to me that Yoder hit him with the axe.
Yeah, everyone's more or less here right now.
So now I can definitely get to it in my movement.
Yeah, yes,
And my glaive is assembled because that's a one-turn thing, right?
yes.
Okay. I want to. The Yoder thing is still facing the vase, so it's not.
It is
even
facing
looking
the
at us,
jar.
right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. I want to run up and use the non-lethal side of my glaive to sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. All right. You move. You get there, no problem. You're a fast dude.
And I'm sneaky, so they can't have heard me coming.
Probably not. So why don't you roll me strength plus weaponry with a -1 for the fact that you're kind of one-armed at the moment.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't try and hold the globe thing out.
Oh,
the
and
other
also,
end, 'cause-
let me look at Shale's defense. Shale, what's your defense?
My defense.
This thing's wearing your flak jacket, so it's got a
Yes,
minus
Yes,
one
it
defense
has.
modifier.
Yeah, it has 1 defense.
All right, so subtract another 1 for the thing's defense.
Okay. Well, this might not work.
Willpower?
No.
Hey! I'll take it.
I swept the leg, Johnny.
Yeah, so you go running up with your non-lethal glaive and you bat at former Yoder's knees and shins, and you manage to sweep him off his feet, and he hits the ground like a sack of potatoes.
Does he drop the crossbacks?
No, he's got that
Damn.
gripped pretty tightly. And now it is its turn.
You're welcome, everyone.
So
We may have to save that.
the thing kind of does like a sit-up, and as it does so, it brings the crossbacks down from over its head where it landed, and chops at your waistline, Honey Badger. So let's see here: 5 strength plus 2 weaponry plus 2 lethal for the crossbacks. What's your armor right now?
3. Oh, armor is 5. Sorry, defense is
5 armor. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Three lethal wounds to your just straight into your midsection.
that shit. God, you just healed those.
And it's just mindlessly swinging at whatever comes near it at the moment. And at the moment, Sammy was near it. And we are on to the Merovingian.
Can I take this time to buy Forces 4?
No.
I pulled that card last week. We can't do it again.
All right.
You know what? Go ahead. Forces 4.
All right. So I do have the XP for it.
Well, yeah, pay your XP obviously, but you know, you're this is a trigger event. You've leveled up your forces under duress.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
you just got bashed in the skull. Why wouldn't you?
Right. I want to try Unseen Hand,
Okay.
which is forces 4, which allows me to lift and grapple a target remotely. And I want to try to grapple the thing.
So grappling. Let me look that up real quick. So you'll need to grapple it, and then you want to lift it after you've if you've successfully grappled.
What I want to do is I still don't know what the fuck is going on. My friend just attacked me, and I don't really want to kill him, so I want to disable him.
Okay, so grapple. I think it's just like a simple. Well, this isn't you though. We're not going to use your strength. Let me look up this spell. So grapple normally.
It says page 174.
Strength plus brawl is how you achieve a hold on someone, minus their defense. And then, the spell is on page...
174.
Is it?
That's what it says.
This is... Oh, sorry, Forces. I was looking at Prime. Forces for Unseen Hand, 174. So I doubt we're using your strength, but we might be. Let's find out.
It says the spell strength is equal to its successes. So a simple success lifts the target into the air.
Oh.
So at least he'd be off the ground.
Simple success lifts into the air. Strength equal to its successes. Can move it at speed per turn equal to your gnosis plus any successes allocated to that purpose. Each turn, strength plus athletics or brawl. Oh, yeah, the victim can attempt to free itself. Penalized by the spell's assigned strength. Wait, so you roll this and then you assign a certain number of successes to its strength.
Yes, it says the spell strength
speed
is equal to its successes. Speed is gnosis plus any successes allocated. Yeah, so like if I roll 4, I get to choose how much strength.
Yeah.
How many of those 4 goes to strength and how many goes to speed?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So forces plus gnosis, plus willpower if you want.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a willpower.
Yeah, pin that bitch to the ceiling.
And it's forces plus gnosis plus 3 gives me 9. Or no, well, forces would be 4 now.
Although
so
this is instant
7,
and contested.
10.
Target rolls composure plus gnosis reflexively. So let me roll that real quick.
All right.
Chills. What did I just fucking say? Composure plus gnosis?
That's 7.
Okay, let me roll. It's pretty good. Composure plus gnosis. Your target number is 3.
My target number is 3, and
Yes.
I am rolling 10.
Wow!
So many dice.
Son of a bitch!
Well,
Alright.
we deserve to die.
Well, contested spells, man. They're the worst. Okay. I'm gonna do that roll over again. You got 2 successes. We'll see if this goes any better for you. So I said composure plus gnosis, right? This thing doesn't really have gnosis, so that's not fair.
Yeah, Gnosis, that's true.
It has your
So
physical
you're-
stats.
I'll take it.
Okay, your
roll
target
that.
number is now 1, which you have exceeded.
Hey! So does that mean it decreases the spell strength by 1, or the spell strength is 2?
The number of successes you get in excess of your target number are your successes. So it's you've got 2. You've got 1 to work with, basically.
All right. Well, I will assign 1 strength to the grapple then.
Okay. And you lift it up into the air.
Yes.
Okay. So the Merovingian casts a brand new spell. He looks like he's straining himself. He's sweating. There's a vein standing out on his temple. He's never
It
cast
did
this
cost
before.
mana, so I'm taking that off.
He's never cast this spell before. He's never cast a spell this powerful before. You're impressed before you even know what it does. And lo and behold, the thing is raised from its seated position next to Honey Badger, off the floor and up toward the ceiling, and it's kicking and twisting wildly and swinging its crossbacks around, trying to free itself. But at the moment, it can't reach anything. And
Yay! And I'm gonna
Ender.
yell, I can't hold it for long.
Can't hold it forever, people. Ender.
I'm going to use my. I see. Well, I don't see Stu doing it, but I see that pistol floating in the air, and I use my amazing speed to run over there and grab the pistol, and if I possibly can, to use it on the floating thing.
Okay. All right. So you run over. The pistol offers no resistance. You pluck it out of midair.
Yep.
And you want to aim and fire. This thing only has 4 shots. But you want to aim and fire at the floating thing.
What kind of roll is?
It would be
like zero firearms.
It would be dexterity plus firearms, and if you don't have firearms, it would be -1.
-1. Do either of you non-jar people have firearms?
I have 1 firearms.
I have firearms. Where is it? Yeah, I have 1 in firearms as well.
I'm gonna toss it to Drew.
I'm not going to use it
Why not?
because I don't want to shoot him. I don't think that's the solution here.
I'm gonna toss it to the Merovingian then.
There you go.
Okay. Merovingian's more bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Well, he's the one who took an axe to the head. Of course he is.
I don't think I'll be able to use it because that would probably break the concentration on my spell, but I don't know. Would it?
No. You can maintain a spell and take another action.
Oh, okay. I'm still not sure I would use it. I'm trying to use non-lethal damage.
So it's Yoder's turn.
All right, so with my arm stuck out of this fucking thing, is there room that, like, is there any other room, or is it like, can I yell out of this thing and have anybody hear me? Okay, so not really. Okay. Well, let's see. What the hell do I want to do then? What is this thing made of? Is it made of glass? Does it appear to be made of glass?
The transparent portion is either glass or crystal, and the top is stone.
Where are my hands coming out of?
Out of the top. There's a big hole
Oh,
in the
the
top.
stone part.
Yes.
Because you guys took your hands, or you did that. Yeah.
So there's a hole. It's not like the stone wasn't like a cover.
No. The top of the jar is stone, and then on top of that was a cover.
Okay. Well, I want to try to contort myself to get myself out of this thing, whatever that means I have to do. So I'll
Okay.
get one of my arms down and shove myself up.
Yes, what it means is you'll need to pull yourself back down into the purple liquid, drowning yourself a little more.
Yeah.
Bring one arm down and then kick off and drive
Yes.
one arm and your torso up through the opening.
That's what I'm going to do. And as soon as my head gets out of the thing, I'm going to yell at everybody and explain that I'm me and that's not me. I mean, I'm okay with they're doing whatever they're doing with it, but just to make it clear to them that I'm me and that's whatever. So at least they know.
Okay. So
You're
give
gonna
me
say our safe word?
Huh?
You're gonna say our safe word?
banana.
That's
Roll-
a terrible
so-
safe word.
So
Tin
roll
waffle.
me roll me strength plus athletics plus 2 for doing it He-Man style.
Strength, athletics, +2.
Plus 2.
Okay.
Hey!
I got out, I think.
And with a hissing, slithering, sklorping pop, you all see a man emerge from the top of this jar with one arm up in the air, and then he shouts. What does he shout?
It's Yoder. You fucking idiots.
Why?
I'm
I don't
Yoder,
know.
or
I-
it's Yoder?
No, I'm Yoder. I yell I'm Yoder.
Okay. Honey Badger, you're standing right next to it. You got an earful. He just shouted into your
Yeah.
face. What do you do with this information?
Well, I'm very confused.
It appears Yoder is floating above your head at this point, and a man
So to
you
them,
don't.
that looks like me. See, I
Yes.
can't. I still haven't gotten clarification. So to me, it doesn't look like me, but to them, it looks like me.
No, it is your body.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, in
So
You were extremely disoriented.
oh, so
And-
that's just why it looked
And
like somebody.
if you looked at a picture of yourself, if somebody took a picture of you and photoshopped it subtly, or put an expression on your face that you don't remember ever having, or even just a picture of you that's from an angle that you've never seen because you can't look at yourself from that angle in a mirror, it might look like someone else.
Okay, but it is me.
And it's especially disorienting for you because you are you, and you're not looking into a mirror right now, and yet what
Right.
you're looking at is you.
Okay,
So
it
when
is
you
me.
look at
That
this
body
thing-
is my body.
Yes, when you look at this thing,
Okay.
your brain is rejecting it. What the fuck is that?
Okay,
That's
gotcha.
wrong.
So
I've
now-
never-
Okay, that's what I wanted to clarify before.
Yeah.
So that is my body.
It
Okay.
appears that it's your body, yes.
All right. Okay.
Honey Badger.
Okay, so now, what does the thing that came out of the vase look like?
It's... Why don't you give me wits plus composure?
Okay, solid. I used to remember this one. Oh yeah. All of us? Why is
No, just you.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Whoa, shit.
I got my
Nice.
shit together.
All right. So, it looks like, your kindergarten teacher and your next door neighbor and your long lost uncle and, the guy who sold you a porno mag at a gas station 3 weeks ago. It looks like it could be just about anyone, but as you stare into this face, you notice that the features are shifting and moving around and beginning to solidify into something a little less abstract.
Okay.
neat. Use
And
the
it-
rope.
And it had just yelled at me.
And it just yelled at you and told you it was Yoder.
Okay. And the Yoder body is still floating in space above my head?
Yes,
Or is it pinned against the
wrenching its body to and fro, trying to get some sort of torque and reach you with its crossbacks, but it can't.
Is it holding the crossbacks with both arms?
Yes.
Don't cut my arms off.
I need those.
I would like to violently swing the non-lethal piece of my glaive to knock the crossbacks out of its hands.
You're gonna break it.
Don't
Just
break
a
my
crossback.
crossbacks.
I can fix the crossbacks. It's fine.
All
I
right.
made it.
Okay. Strength plus weaponry plus 1 for the fact that this thing is immobilized, more or less. But then -1 because you're aiming for the crossbacks. So strength plus weaponry.
Okay. Wait, let me make sure that's right. Yep, it's right. Uh,
2 successes. So you're using the end of this thing you haven't trained with. You're holding a blade, more or less, and swinging something non-lethal. But you're aiming for a fairly sizable weapon. And you clonk against the side of the crossbacks, and luckily it's not under tension at the moment, having just been recently fired, or you feel like you may have done something nasty to the strings. But instead you just get a solid impact against some part of it, and it flies out of the thing's hands. And it had such a grip on it that it actually starts skidding across the ceiling with the force of your blow toward the back of the room. But it's still up on the ceiling.
The body does. The body
Yes.
moves?
Yes.
Okay.
Not much, it's not on skates or like an air hockey board or something, but it moves a bit. It skids across the ceiling, and now it is no longer holding your crossbacks.
okay, good.
And now it's the thing's turn. And what does it do? It reaches down toward its belt, and it pulls out the bone spirit knife that Yoder keeps there, and the crystal knife that Yoder keeps there in each hand, and it whips them toward Honey Badger.
Oh, shit.
So 2 knives come flinging at Honey Badger. Dexterity.
I'm trying very hard to be non-lethal to this thing, but it's becoming increasingly difficult.
So 2 dexterity plus 2 for weaponry plus 1 for the weapon. With his primary hand, 2 successes. And with his offhand, I'll take 2 dice off. Still 2 successes. That is 4 more lethal wounds for Honey Badger.
So I only have 2 spots left.
I only
does
start
that mean
turning
it
into
become-
aggravated.
So 2 of them are aggravated?
2 of them are aggravated, and you will need to make a stamina roll to remain conscious.
Why didn't I run out of the damn room after I knocked the crossbacks? I'm like, look at that! I'm a winner! You son. So I roll what? Stamina? Just my stamina?
Just roll your stamina, yeah. Okay,
Well, I'm unconscious.
you are indeed unconscious.
Maybe he'll stop hurting you.
Your friend Sammy falls to the floor and begins leaking blood from numerous openings. And it is the Merovingian's turn.
Awesome.
Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him.
It's an exorcism gun.
Put all 4 bullets into his face.
I think we should start with 1 and see how it goes.
This is why it was important not to give me the gun.
You said you weren't even going to use it, and now all of a sudden you want to use all 4 bullets.
Well, I'm unconscious now because of it, so yes.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I
you're-
guess I'll take a shot.
My last breath as I was going down is, if he dies, I get the truck.
And Dibia, I did consider whether perhaps Shale had left some grenades stashed in his raincoat, but I assumed that he had left those in the camper.
It specifically says on my character sheet, in my truck.
Yeah, okay. So you're not. So your body's not dropping grenades from the ceiling.
Correct.
So what were you
I'm
gonna
gonna
do?
take a shot with the spirit gun.
Okay. Well, that's dexterity plus firearms, plus 2 for the gun.
That's 7. That should be enough. Yeah, that's enough. Bang.
2 successes. Ooh. 2 lethal. You hit, and it grunts, making the first noise you've heard it emit, aside from the sound of meaty impacts with your groupmates here. But it still seems conscious, dangling from the ceiling where it is. And now it is Ender's turn.
Well,
So that didn't work.
how is that? That's confusing to me.
What?
Well, if it either, I would have, I don't know, I guess I don't know how that
If
would
there
have
was
reacted.
a spirit, it would have probably been exorcised and would have fallen limp or something, would be my guess.
If there was a spirit, you suspect, holding this gun in your hands as a prime mage, you suspect something would have happened if there was a spirit in that body.
Okay.
But instead, you just shot it with a bullet and did 2 lethal wounds.
That didn't work, guys.
Cool.
I mean, it kind of worked. But
And it's Ender's turn.
Crap.
can you give it a mind?
Well,
thought out
okay,
loud?
if it's not a spirit and it doesn't have a mind, maybe my spell just failed and it does have a mind.
No, you had successes, and you felt the spell successfully cast.
Okay.
And you felt no no, so to speak, impact or resistance to your spell. Like it didn't hit anything.
Make it think it's a fish.
Is there any other options other than a spirit inhabiting it or a mind inhabiting it?
Well, at this point,
Well,
it could
clearly,
just.
because that's what's happening.
At this point, you're pretty
Right.
sure there's no mind. At this point, you're damn sure there's no spirit. It's possible that it's just a body with some remnant of a soul acting out of pure instinct.
So in order for it to pass out, it would have to have all lethal.
No, just if it's got
Yes.
all of its wound boxes full, then it'll start making stamina checks to fall unconscious. They don't all need to be lethal.
I think I'm going to cast Psychic Assault.
Okay?
Some nice, gentle bashing wounds.
Nice, gentle bash. Okay.
So,
Okay. So you it writhes as targets often do when they're hit by your psychic assault, as if it's got some sort of tremendous headache. And you see a wound open up on its arm as it clutches its head. And it falls limp. Its arms and legs dangling like a chandelier from the ceiling.
okay. Does anybody have any rope?
Doesn't any
yeah.
better usually have that super lucky rope we used that one time?
Hey,
I
you
don't
know what?
have it anymore.
I bet Yoder's got rope.
Well, now we can go through his pockets.
Yeah. Okay, so
I search Yoder for rope.
do you ask the Merovingian to lower him from the ceiling first?
Yeah.
I start to, and then I let it go back when he starts reaching for it a couple of times.
It's not funny, man.
And then I bring it down. I bring him
man.
down far enough that he can reach him, but I don't release the spell.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can slam him back to the ceiling if I have to.
Yeah. All right. So you lower Yoder's inert form from the ceiling. It's dripping blood everywhere. But so are you, so you're even. It sounds like you want to search it for what were you looking for? Rope?
Rope.
Yoder,
Just to
you,
tie it up in case Leo
do you carry rope,
passes
Yoder?
out.
I not at normally. I mean, yes. Well, just tie me up
Okay.
with the cloak. Take the cloak off and tie me up with it. Big long cloak.
He's got shoelaces.
Shoelaces aren't going to hold if he comes back around. Yeah, I'll tie his arms or hands together with the cloak.
Okay.
Plus, if you take
so-
the cloak off, I mean, he'll have less strength.
True.
That's true. Okay. So, what else do you want to do here? We are no longer in initiative order. We're outside of combat, so whatever you want to do.
I want to say, what the fuck? And
What's the wound situation? Drewby's being real quiet right now because I think his character's unconscious.
I've got 5 lethal wounds.
Somebody want to maybe stabilize Honey Badger before he bleeds out on the floor?
Yeah.
I can cast. I can healing heart him and me.
I would suggest the weird goo-covered guy do some friendly things.
So the weird goo-covered guy, oddly enough, he's got full mana.
I've got full mana.
You've got full mana.
Wow,
All right.
that's a lot of mana.
Well, this is a body that's been sitting inside a sanctum for God knows how long, inside a hallow.
Cool. All right.
It
Well, I
seems
can
to
heal
have
all kinds of shit
absorbed.
then.
Yeah, you've got mana.
All right.
So give
All right,
us
well,
some
I'm gonna-
rolls. Who do you want to heal first?
I'll heal Drew first to try to.
You there, Drew?
Yeah,
Okay. You're about to get a heal.
I'm really excited about it.
Let's see. I just want to make sure I've got everything right.
I feel bad. I have 1 bashing wound.
You know, you
That's
don't tend to pitch yourself into the front of the battle.
All right,
You've got people with glaives for that.
I'm going to roll Healing Heart at Drew, at Honey Badger.
Okay. Jesus. Oh no.
I healed one lethal with that
Heal
one.
one
Oh,
lethal.
good.
Our rolls are
Hey,
so bad.
I can roll again. I've got a lot of
And,
mana.
and with that, Sammy, you wake up. You've
I'm gonna do it again.
Fuck all you guys.
You've got an
gonna go
axe
again.
wound. You've got an axe wound to the bladder. You've got 2 daggers sticking in your chest.
I'm gonna go again. Ready?
Yeah. Yep.
That one's better.
That's
much
pretty
better.
good. Okay, four more wounds healed. Don't
you
so,
have
Drew,
5
if you
lethal cured.
yeah, if you had any aggravated, you don't get to cure those, but
Yeah,
5
so-
lethal.
Okay, well, I'm down to 3 aggravated.
Hey.
Well, that's it though, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll for myself once.
Okay, you're spending mana for all these.
Yes. All right.
4.
That takes me down to 1 lethal. I can live with that for now.
Wow. Okay.
I currently have lethal.
Oh well, I'll roll for you too.
Oh, thanks.
So is the greasy guy that just healed me naked?
Yes, completely naked.
Oh, fan-fucking-tastic. Hey, dude. Maybe put some pants on.
What was the chance roll for?
I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Whether or not he puts on pants.
That's that's for you. So you got 2 lethal cured.
Leaving him with 3.
So I still have.
I mean, if you want,
No,
I have
I'm
9
alright.
more mana. I can go again.
Well, shit, I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus!
You had
Fair.
a lot of mana. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Well,
Right,
I
and
still
you're-
have.
Your remaining lethal
not
wounds are
that
healed.
many.
Your teeth straighten and your eyes turn blue.
All right, I am 100% perfectly healthy right now. So.
Your hair grows half an inch.
He healed so well, he turned Aryan? Is that what just happened?
Don't read too much into it. It's fine.
Yoder just healed any impure blood out of Albuquerque.
Dear God.
Hey, all right. Well,
I would like
Anybody,
to
does
suggest.
anybody have some extra clothes I can take? I suppose I can take some off the body that's up in the air, even though that's my body.
You could
it's,
have my
it's,
coat.
it's at about waist level right now.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I'll take the pants off of that thing and put them on.
Oh, geez, you're showing
I'll take
everyone
the
your
pants off of my body.
You're showing everyone your dick. That's gross.
I knew it!
It's just the pants. It still has some underwear on. I don't run around,
Yeah, but there's no crotch.
All right. So as Yoder loots his own body, you note that this new form he's apparently acquired, its features have all now settled, and it looks exactly like Yoder, or maybe like an idealized version of Yoder.
because I healed myself so well.
Maybe we should just kill this thing and go on about our business.
Why don't we shove it in the thing and put the top back on?
That's what I was going to say. So, can we... I would like to... Can I, try to figure out what the hell this thing is?
Yeah, we should all
Some
use
way.
our mage sight on it and see what.
Yeah,
Well, okay, do you
let's-
all believe
let's-
that I'm me now, too, again? Like, now that we've figured this out and I look like me, are you good?
Maybe we should tie him up too.
Just in case.
Well, yeah, you said
I-
the safe word.
All right. So okay, give me. Everybody's got their mage side up. Would everyone just roll Gnosis plus their whatever Arcanum they have, and tell me what Arcana that is?
I'm doing Gnosis plus Fate, and it's... Yeah.
Mine is mind, and it's probably completely useless, but I got 1 success.
I'm gonna do life.
Holy crap! What was that, Drew?
Fate.
Fate. Okay. And Albacore is probably going to roll Prime, but
Yes, he is.
Douche.
okay. So, Yoder, there's all kinds of life magic pouring out of this thing. It's almost like that purple liquid inside is like liquefied life magic. Let's see here. Ender rolled mind, right?
Yep.
1 success. It doesn't have a mind of its own. The jar does not. And in fact, the body that you're now stripping for all of Yoder's belongings also does not have a mind.
Does Yoder have a mind?
Yoder does have a mind. The new Yoder.
So okay, the other thing doesn't have a mind. Okay.
Where'd he get it?
Where did
The
he
jar.
Yeah, you didn't have one before. That's weird. And Honey Badger, you rolled Fate. Fate is an interesting one, and with 5 successes, you feel like you remember during your original awakening, which you so rudely interrupted.
Yeah.
There was an intricate network of lines of fate and time all around you, and you've kind of begun to recognize that in people around you. Like you can see the circumstances that have led an individual to his current position in the world, just sort of floating in the air around him. And none of those lines are connected to the old Yoder body at this point. It looks like they've all transferred to new Yoder body. And it looks like, I mean, you would swear for all the world that there's a pair of ghostly, you get the impression of ghostly hands reaching out of this thing and stitching fate lines onto the new body even as we speak.
Coming out of the goo.
Yeah, like it's like the jar is mending your fate and affixing it to your new form.
It's like a Bacta tank. But,
And Merovingian rolled prime. There is a lattice work of spells on this thing that you don't recognize. They're all flavors that you associate with Arcana. But there's it's an immensely complicated weaving of spells, and they're all unrecognizable compared to any spells you've seen cast. This thing is perhaps immeasurably old, and the spells on it are unrecognizable in today's context, but they're doing some pretty awesome stuff.
Okay.
I would like to. How far in do you have to reach to be able to get to the goo?
How far in do you have to be able to reach?
Yeah.
Maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet.
I'd like to reach my good arm in and pull
Okay.
out a handful and rub it on my bad arm.
Just rub some dirt on it. Or some mystery goo.
Okay. Why don't you roll? Stamina plus presence.
Oh, fuck.
Are you sure you don't want to drink it? You like drinking weird stuff.
No, we're gonna start with rubbing it on.
Oh no.
You reach in, grab a handful of purple goop, rub it on your ruined arm,
Yeah.
and you feel like a little tingle. This is not just goop, but nothing constructive happens.
I'd
Yet.
like to lick some off my finger.
Lick some of your finger. Okay. Roll stamina plus presence again. Okay. You lick some of the goop off of your finger, and you feel a line of not pain, like a line of itchiness form, bisecting your tongue, like right down the middle of your tongue, and your entire tongue suddenly inside your mouth subdivides and becomes 2 tongues.
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
Like
I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
like 2 whole tongues, or his tongue divides in half.
He's got like roughly 2/3 of a tongue in his mouth.
Oh God.
Okay.
He's
You
like,
can
he's
go
got
back
like
to that bar.
he's got like one. He's got like 1 1/3 tongues now. Go back to the bar.
You thought that coin trick was good? Check this one out.
Hey, ladies. So I would like to just look at him with the look of like, God damn it
Shake your
again,
God damn it.
and say, what have we learned?
It isn't this thick. Heal me.
Okay.
So Yoder, do you want your old body?
At this point, I think I got an upgrade. So
You seem to have made yourself redundant.
yeah.
So
Should
can
we
we
have
throw
it
his
back
body in the jar?
Well, let me take all the stuff off of it, and get all my shit back, and yeah, we can stuff the thing back in the jar. Although, do we want to stuff it back in the jar?
Would everyone roll wits plus gnosis, please?
Did you guys break the lid?
Oh no, we carefully removed it.
Okay.
It's sitting in one piece on the floor next to the jar.
Wow, 0.
Hey, well done. So Timmy doesn't notice anything.
Huh?
The Merovingian, you're staring at Yoder's naked body, trying to make sense
got
of what
pants
you're
on?
seeing. Yeah, it's unreasonable the amount of body hair this guy's got, and you're just trying to rationalize it internally in your own mind. And as you do, you note that it is sort of deflating. I mean, not literally like a balloon, like it's not getting flatter, but it's like you're watching a person die in slow motion. All of the muscles are relaxing.
Which
and
body?
Your old body. The
Okay.
body that's tied up lying on the floor or near the
Okay.
floor.
Okay.
So if you had to guess, you'd say whatever was animating this thing, some remnant of Yoder's soul or even his mind, probably not his mind, given what Timmy said.
Yep.
Something has leaked away or decayed or left.
So it's just a husk now, basically.
Right now, it's a body. You're not sure whether it's dead yet, but it's just a body.
So I feel like I'm thinking, hey, there was a body in there. Apparently, it's awesome. If we put another body in it, we'll get another awesome body.
But then we'll have to fight it
After
again.
it attacks us again. Unless
We'd
we walk
be-
into the room.
we might be
unless
better
we walk into the
prepared
room
next time.
naked with nothing. and
I'm
whoever
fine
opens the
with
jar
my
is
body. If you guys want new bodies, that's up to
naked.
you.
We can just,
but I'm
it's fine if we stuff
I
the body.
kinda
let it-
want a new body.
Dump the husk in the jar. Let it sit there for a while. Let Honey Badger walk into the room naked and open the jar. Then we'll be fine.
Naked is key.
Yes.
Okay. So is this what the group is voting to do?
I like that plan. After I take all my stuff off it, I get all my shit back.
Stuff
Stuff the naked husk in the jar.
Dewey's old body into the jar and then put the top
Yes.
back on. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you strip all of Dewey's things. Do you leave him as underwear or take that too?
Nah, I need that.
Okay. Now everyone's really in for an eyeful.
We got a camper full of gold. You better grab the dirty skin.
I'm still not noticing.
better
things
grab
from
the dirty
earlier.
underwear
that's
off
true.
this
I
inanimate
already have
body.
pants. Never mind. We'll leave the. I already have pants on. I don't want to take the pants back off. That's fine.
All right. So do you put it in head first or feet first?
Head first.
Head first. It would be harder for it to actually be hard. Well, that'd be funny because if we let Drew get it, because then it's gonna be head first.
Why are you such a dick, man?
All right. So you put it in head first, and as its waist reaches the mouth of the jar, the underwear rolls up its thighs and is removed entirely. And as the body sinks into the purple liquid, you see its dick and balls flopping in the crystal window.
It's half deflated dick and balls.
It's lifeless dick and balls. You place the top back on, and there's no
Nobody look at it.
There's no thrumming There's no engine sounds. There's no glowing. There may be some process beginning now or in progress here, but it's not immediately visible or audible or any other sense.
So as far as we can tell, nothing happens.
As far as you can tell, there's a body in there now. It looks like it did before, except it's a different body.
All right. Well, I walk out into the gymnasium.
Me too.
Me too.
Let's close this door.
You close the do not open door. Okay.
I'd like to write below, do not open. No, really, do not open.
Don't dead open inside. Okay. All right. So now what?
Then I write underneath that naked person in goo jar.
If you're curious, it's a naked person in a goo jar.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are now in Schmied's apparently abandoned sanctum. The armor pieces stirring in the middle of the gymnasium have taken form again. They're standing and hovering and waiting for some terrible evil to befall Schmied because they've been told to defend him.
Sorry, man. I panicked. But can you guard that room that we just came out of and make sure nothing comes out? I got some stuff to do somewhere else.
It sort of rolls its spirit eyes at you and nods and moves over toward the do not enter door. Without a word, because I don't feel like going back and turning on the vocal effect.
Oh.
You got like noticeably louder, so I assumed you did.
No, I didn't. Okay, so where are we at here? What do you want to do?
Exit.
Exit. You want to exit. Okay. So you make your way out through the right angle hallway and into the red herring puzzle room with the now with the vines growing up along the walls. And the portal isn't open at the moment, but Ender feels like he might be able to fix that.
With my space mage.
With your magic.
Wait, can I open a portal? I can go through a portal.
Well, you felt around for it outside, and you felt your hand catch on something, and you gave it a yank, and the portal opened, and everyone was able to step through. And you suspect you can do the same thing from this side.
All right, what do you guys think? You want to go back?
I think we've done enough damage down here.
We gotta go get
To
this
ourselves.
fixed.
Did
bonus
anybody
act-
else notice? Did anybody else notice that their vulgar magic didn't really matter here?
Yeah, that's odd.
didn't
All the any vulgar spells anyone cast, nothing happened. It felt like you were casting. There's a minor difference in feel between covert and vulgar when you're casting spells.
Does anybody have any vulgar spells they want to cast before we leave?
Well, you know what? That healing heart with 6 successes that molded Sammy's body back together from its various scraps. Outside, that would have qualified as vulgar, and it may have induced paradox. But in here, nothing happened.
So what I'm thinking is this is like a dead dude's kind of awesome hangout. Is there any way we can make this ours?
Well, it appears to be. You're going to have to do some research. But it appears to be a space. Maybe it's real. Maybe it's an invented space. Schmied was a space mage. And it seems pretty much permanent. And it seems like there's a whole bunch of mana flowing through here, so it's probably a hallow. And it seems like you can cast all the vulgar magic you want here without invoking paradox. So it's definitely a pretty cool sanctum. You're not sure what you would need to do to claim it, but at the moment it's just in a space that you're aware of where it is and perhaps no one else is.
What can we do something just to make the door in a different spot, so only we would know where it is?
Yeah, I was thinking of making the portal in the greasemobile, as if we needed more things there.
Like the door to the bathroom in the greasemobile actually just goes here. Oh shit!
Yeah, you can do that. So this is a trick that you don't really know how to do. It's a permanent portal that can be opened and closed at will by a space mage. So you feel pretty confident at this point that you could teleport here and you could open a portal, or help others teleport here. Now that you know where it is in space, but you're not sure you can move the permanent portal.
Well, let's see.
That would probably take maybe a little more space magic than you have, and it would definitely need to be a ritual.
Who has space magic?
I have space 2.
You have 2. Okay.
So I can't actually create portals yet. That's space 3.
Oh, but you can teleport at space 2, but you can't create portals. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel confident you know where this is and you can teleport yourself here. And obviously you can open and close the door, but you don't think you could create such a door or move the existing door.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think there's anything we can do to protect it against other mages coming in.
Well,
and
whatever. As
trying
long
to
as we
take
know
it.
where it is and the thing's in there and it's loyal to you ish.
Ish. Okay, so
All right, I'm gonna start. If nobody has any objections, start ferrying people through the portal.
Go for it.
okay. Well, you rip a hole in space and it just opens into a giant space vagina and everyone steps through.
Cool.
So you ascend up into the pavilion. It's dark now. The sun is down. It's late twilight. It's drizzling, kind of a cold November schmizzle. But it's otherwise quiet and peaceful.
Has time passed?
Yes, time has passed.
Okay.
I mean, not abnormally, but it's evening now.
The amount of time we spent in there is what time was.
Yes. Yes. Would you all give me a wits plus composure roll, please?
Uh-oh.
2, 0.
Get some more wits and
1.
composure.
Drew?
Yeah. Wits plus composure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Two, 0, 1, 0. Okay.
Holy hell.
That's pretty bad, yeah.
8 dice.
That's bad.
So the Merovingian senses... well, there's something powerful. There's something emitting a wave of arcane energy from somewhere inside the botanical garden.
Oh boy.
It's kind of behind the pavilion, sort of. There's another smaller clearing back there.
Okay.
Would you like to investigate?
I
would
would
you
like
like
to
to?
investigate.
Okay.
I would like
I would
to
be
not.
like, there's some kind of arcane energy coming from over there, guy.
Huh?
Can't we just go to the hospital?
Arcane energy.
Give me intelligence plus investigation plus gnosis. Albacore.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully this roll goes better than the other 11s I did tonight.
Jesus. Wow!
What?
You changed your mind. There's
Doesn't
no
look
arcane
like
energy.
anything to me.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
Let's get out of here, guys.
Well, you still feel the wave, but you narrow your eyes and gaze into the clearing, and you don't notice anything with your eyes.
Stu,
Hey, hello, yeah.
can you go
Still
look
here.
over there?
Yeah. Over.
Do you mind?
You gonna point or what?
Yeah, yes. I point at
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
direction is that the thing.
Here I go.
Okay, I looked.
What did you see?
So everything's orange for some reason, and there's a telephone pole.
Things orange and there's a toe.
Okay. What do you mean everything's orange? Like,
Well,
like trees and leaves are orange, or is it like everything is orange?
well, there's a loud buzzing sound, and everything's orange. I can tell colors, man. Come on, give me some credit.
Death magic nimbuses are orange.
Yeah.
He seems to be talking about the literal color orange. And in fact, looking over in that direction, you do see an orange glow. But, well,
So, guys, I don't think we're in a position to fight anybody.
We're perfectly healthy except for you.
you're healthy too. You just got 2 tongues.
I have 3 aggravated wounds.
3.
That means you can take like 5 more, right?
No.
Yeah.
Well, after what I just went through, I don't think I need to go and deal with anything weird again for a while.
Do you think the doctors will know what to do with 2 tongues?
I don't
Amputate
know.
one?
They could put my damn arm back on.
What do you guys want to do?
Don't worry, that'll heal in like a week. You'll be fine.
Christ. Go get a life
I
magic.
think we
babe.
should check it out.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Slow.
Jesus Christ! Everybody give me intelligence plus investigation.
Dang.
Wow, you still got 1 success.
I got a success.
Does common sense come into this at all?
Holy Christ. 1 success. Okay.
I got the low number again. That means something fucked up's gonna happen to me again.
So there is indeed a telephone pole back in this clearing, in this small space behind the pavilion. The grass and trees here would probably be green if it weren't the middle of winter, but the pole is supporting an old-fashioned sodium lamp, which is casting everything in an orangey pall.
Awesome.
So everything back there is just sickly shades of orange and black, like the parking lot of a Walmart. At the top of the pole, there's a sort of a metal basket or cage where it looks probably like maintenance workers climb up there to service the light. And it feels like there's somebody hiding up in that cage just continuously casting a spell of some sort.
What kind of spell, I wonder? Prime magically.
And rolling prime and gnosis. It's disorderly. It's not. It hasn't bothered to organize itself into one of the colors you're familiar with. It's more like a magical vibration than a flow of clean magic in one arcanum or another.
Okay, well, let's get out of here then.
There are metal rungs reaching up the side of the pole for access.
Oh, Christ.
I just want to say, hey, what are you doing up there?
There's no response.
Do I recognize this person?
You don't see a person. You see a cage, and you suspect there's someone in there casting a spell. At least that's what it feels like.
I see. Great.
Nobody's got any opinions? Moving on.
It's
I have
getting
no idea what to
increasingly
do.
harder to talk, so we should get out of here.
You got 1 vote for leave.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, 2 votes for leave.
Let's go back
Okay.
to what's her nuts with all the
What's
shit
your
we
nuts?
got, or right? Because didn't I cannot think of any names right now.
Valley High.
Echo.
Yeah, Echo
Echo
wanted
Starlight.
us to go look up find this place, or at least mentioned it.
Yeah.
She
Well, I
mentioned
think yeah. Valley High mentioned it, and then Echo suggested that. Well, if he's dead, someone ought to go check out his stuff. Sure, I guess. She wasn't. It wasn't like a quest or anything, but
Oh, I see. Never mind, this shit's ours.
Maybe we could ask them about a magic doctor for Mr. Two Tongues over here.
for poor
That'd be
Honey.
great. That'd be great.
I'll just kick him out of the car right in front of Paradigm Solutions.
Okay. And he rolls. Okay, so you head back to your car. To the you brought the camper, so you head back to the camper, hop on in, and drive back to Paradigm Solutions. Logging the vibrational magic in the Old Brick Botanical Gardens for perhaps investigation at some later date.
Indeed.
And I'm out of wine. Okay, so it's evening. You arrive back at Paradigm Solutions. Valley High is working the front desk right now. You want to walk in and show him your
Go
tongues?
on, Honey Badger.
Who's the one who taught you?
Jesus Christ! What the fuck? What did you
Okay,
do?
What? Put some stuff on my tongue and now I got 2 of them.
Well, don't do that again.
Oh, that sounds good. I ran out of it before I could put it on my dick.
Let's see here. Valley High actually is lucky for you, because he's got some life magic. He asks, "May I?"
Please.
He reaches out and it's like he's checking for a goiter or something. He kind of pokes and prods at your neck, and then he puts the pad of his thumb, like he's putting a thumbprint on your forehead. And with his other hand, he makes a few gestures and casts a spell.
That's a lot of dice.
Fails completely. Completely fails. Nice job, Valley High. All right. He scratches the top of his head and says, "Huh, that's complicated. What the hell? Where did you find this?"
Okay, well, you guys maybe explain a little about it?
They kicked you out of the
we
car
don't know
and left
where
you.
he finds this stuff. He just takes whatever.
Well, let's see here. You've got aggravated wounds left, right? He can't help with any more lethal. Does anybody else have any lethal wounds that Valley High can help with?
No, I think we're all good.
I've got one, but I'll
Oh.
just heal it later.
You're a life
Well,
mage.
whatever. If he wants, yeah, right. I'm not worried about
He
it.
wants to be useful.
Right.
I have
Okay.
dashing wounds.
So he points at you and makes the peace sign and
Finger guns.
he heals your last lethal wound. Ba-pew! Hey, buddy. Well, I can do that at least. I might need some help with this tongue thing. That's weird. Let me try one more time. Yeah, that's a little better. Not good enough, though. Okay. All right, well, my apologies. At the moment, I don't seem to be able to do anything with that. But I feel pretty confident we can figure it out if you give me another minute. Where were you guys? What were you up to?
Not it.
So you explained that you were the more vocal members of the group. Maybe the guy with the shiny new body.
I
explained that you were just at Schmied's sanctum, and Valley High's eyes widen and light up. He looks like he's been given a Christmas present. What did you find? What was in there? That guy must have had all kinds of cool stuff. He's been traveling around the globe as part of the frickin' merchant marines for 100,000 years.
Surprisingly, not much.
Yeah, there actually wasn't that much stuff down there. There was this cool cloak and this sweet gun and a
box
weird
of spiders.
shriveled up body in a jar.
I got some books.
Oh. He looks at the cloak, and his eyes widen. He says, That is stupendous.
It is pretty sweet, I know.
Maybe you don't realize what you've got there, but that is uncommonly powerful. He doesn't seem to know what
to
to...
my box of spiders.
I got this thing. I'd like to take the ball out.
You take the ball out? Okay. And as you pull the ball out, conversation becomes a lot more difficult. Because no one in the room can form short-term memories anymore. Where have you guys been?
Okay, I'm gonna put this away again.
That was weird.
Does it all come back?
Oh yeah. While he had the ball out,
Right.
you don't remember any of that. But
Right.
he could have goosed you, and you wouldn't even know about it.
Oh no! Don't tell him that.
Okay, so Valley High goes over your loot with you and explains what it does, and notes some surprise at a few of the items, and he'll help you go through some of the books you pulled off the shelves, and figure out if any are interesting or not. Turns out, at least one or two of them are. I've got a list of books that I'll need to go through and figure out which ones you found.
Okay.
And as he was casting and healing Yoder, he looked a little surprised at what he found while he was tooling around in your body with magical fingers. He was caught off guard, and he pulls you aside and says, this is going to sound weird, but
Okay. I'm not surprised.
Were you born recently?
Possibly.
Sort of, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, sorta. This is a new body.
Okay.
That's a perfectly reasonable thing to say.
All right. We're going to call it there. We'll figure out
All right.
what you found in your loot and so forth, and we'll pick it up again at some later date. But
Please, God, fix the tongue.
Yeah, let's have him take one more crack at that before we quit.
What's he rolling? Regeneration?
Regeneration, I got two.
Yeah, he doesn't need
Right,
another
but-
tongue.
Well, that can fix things too. It's not just regenerating things.
Yeah, no, he's rolling. Is it change base features or something like that? Let's find it. It might be sort of a combination of transform other and what am I looking for? Transform median life and transform other. He's basically trying to take the meat
Gotcha.
in Honey Badger's
Well,
mouth and turn it into a human tongue.
Okay. I can try that. I have the ability to do those things.
Okay.
I mean, you can let him try again, but if not, I can.
Well,
try
it's the issue that Valley High's having is that it's a contested roll. He's trying to hit the potency of the spell.
Can we do it together?
Yeah, absolutely. You can help. You wanna
Okay.
roll and help him?
Yes.
Okay. So just
What
give
should
me
I
a life plus gnosis.
Life life and no success. Okay.
Holy shit!
Okay, 3 successes will be added onto Valley High's roll, which
0
is
success.
oh shit. I just got 4 successes.
Hey.
3 plus 4 is 7. The potency of the spell was 5. That's enough. That is enough. Okay.
You're Aryan again.
Yeah, your fucked up tongue situation merges in an extremely unsettling moment. 2 tongues become one, and not in a sexy way.
Well, thanks, guys. I'm a little concerned about when I rub this on my arm.
Well, the taste buds in the middle of your tongue don't work anymore, but aside from that, you seem to be whole.
Good.
And you might want to keep an eye on your arm. And hopefully you won't actually keep an eye on your arm.
Yay.
All right.
Speaking of his arm, how do we?
How do you-
That's just physical damage. That
It is just hardcore physical damage. It was sliced all the way through. You're going to have to splint it up and stitch it up and just,
Wait it out.
let it heal over time.
Okay. This was a bad excursion for me.
It was a little rough. A little rough. You didn't even want to go look at the magic in the basket in the park. That's how bad things were.
Yeah.
A magic basket.
Well, I had 2 knives sticking out of my abdomen.
That's also true. Yeah, you could give those back to Yoder if you felt like it.
I took them
don't.
before. When we were down in
Oh.
the thing, I took all my stuff back.
Oh, because I was unconscious, so why not? I got looted before I was healed. Delightful.
All right.
well, now you know how it feels.
Fair.
Good night, you
All
two.
right.
Good night.
Bye, you two.